I see. And when we talk about the entity medical mafia, what do you mean?
Medical mafia is a family mafia. Mafia is always a family,
Mm-hmm.
and it's made of a couple. The godfather is Don Industrial, the industry, big money. This is the father of the medical mafia, and his wife is Donna Governor, the government. So government and big money are united, are a team. They work together, hand in hand. That's very important. And the wife, Donna Governor, works for big money, Don Industrial. So the father of the mafia is the big boss, and the government works for the big boss. That's very, very important to know. We're starting to see it. We start seeing that we are being cheated. They're being, you know, betrayed by the government. We always think the government was good for us. The government is serving big money. This has to be very clear in our mind. And then the government and Don Industrial and Donna Governor, they go to bed together, of course, and they have children. And those three children, they have three children, and the first one is Legalo. The first one is not Legalo, but Insurancio, I forget his name. Insurancio, which controls the money, the insurance companies. But they respond to governor. You see, the mother has control over the three children, but the mother has, the father has power over the mother. So it's the father, the mother, and the three children. So three children are Insurancio, who controls the money. Collegio is the medical board, who controls the practice of medicine, the way medicine will be practiced. They control the medical schools, they control the medical education on all levels, and they make laws. And if you don't obey the laws, they take your right of practice away. And the third one is a socio. A socio would be in the US the AMA, which is the American Medical Association. It's the medical board, and each country has its medical board. And this is the third child, and this one pretends to serve the doctors, but it does not. It is controlled by the mother. Again, we have to understand that the mother, Donna Governor, the government controls those three members, those three children, totally. And even what we think is an association, a union for doctors, it does not. It's not true. It is controlled by governor. So we're down to 5 players. That's all we need to know. Because one thing that prompted me to write the book is that it took me 25 years to understand the medical system, being a practitioner, medical practitioner, and also being in the business aspect of it. And despite those two aspects, it took me 25 years to get to understand the system and bring it down because it's so complicated. No, it is not. I brought it down to 5 players. That's all. That is all that we need to know. The rest doesn't matter. All the other organizations or whatever they are, they obey Donna Governor, who obeys big money, Don Industrial. So this is, I think, the biggest aspect of this book, the most interesting first aspect, and that is what prompted me to write it. If it took me 25 years to understand the system, just imagine lay people who have don't know anything, have no clue of what's going on. They can never understand how they are taking away their health and their money. We lose our health and we lose our money, but we don't know how and to whom. Well, this is where it goes. And once we understand one system, only one, you understand them all because they are all the same. And the key of this whole control is a monopoly. We used to have many medical schools, many ways of practicing medicine. Practitioners had a lot of they were their own boss. They could practice the way they felt that was the best for the patient. That no longer exists. And that went away with the Flexner Report in 1910. And that was the North American monopoly. And then it became a world monopoly with the Alma Ata meeting. I think that was in 1977. So it is a world control of the practice of medicine. But remember that the one who has the real power is the patient. The moment we stop going to doctors, it is over. The medical system cannot exist without our consent. And we consent to go to people who serve big money. That applies to government, that applies to the doctor, that applies to education, and so on. So we can change this situation. When I say we, I'm talking about me and you as individuals. The individuals have the power. And this is what I call the individual sovereignty, the ultimate authority. The word sovereignty means authority, ultimate authority. We are the supreme authority of the medical system, of the political system, of the financial system. Let's stop doing business with banks. They just collapse. Those don't exist. They only exist because we give them our power and our money. So that's the good news. The bad news is that we're totally powerless. The good news is that, yes, we do as individuals have the power. And it's about time that we become aware of this. We're not even aware that we have the real power, and change our mind first. When I talked about the two other bodies, the mental body, change our mind. We do not need those systems. We can go and see a doctor or a therapist or anybody on our own. We don't need the government or an association or anything else between both of us. So a practitioner and the patient can meet without any organization. That's all. We don't need. And why do we believe that we need a government and associations and all those things? It's because we are told, we've been told that we need security. It's always for our security. Well, whenever you hear the word security, run away and fast, because it's always a mean of control. And as long as the external authorities keep big money, maintain us in the thinking that we need security, we need somebody to protect us and to make sure that we will have the minimum that we need. As long as we believe this, we will keep giving our power away. But the moment we realize who we are, the ultimate authority, the creative spirit within us, not outside, within us, we stop this. and we take back our power and behave as such. What's very important is our behavior. We need to vote and to pay income tax and taxes of all sorts. We don't need to. So let's start thinking differently. First of all, stop thinking that we need a medical board, medical organizations, government. We don't need any of those. But we have to become aware of who we are and behave as such. Behave as sovereign individuals. And that means listen to our soul. And this is the condition for becoming, because the soul is sovereign. My body is not sovereign. My soul within is sovereign. And this is whom I must obey all the time if I want to become who I am. So, did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much. Can you tell me a little bit about what happened to you after you wrote the book? Because if I understand you correctly, you've been a practicing doctor for 25 years, then you wrote your observations down in a book, and what happened then?
What happened then